Brendan, it's your turn to make a speech.
This is my water bottle. It's awesome. It's cool. I can drink from it. See? Yeah, this is really great.
Brendan, what are you talking about? You should talk about weather in Chicago.
Talk about the weather. Look at the water bottle, everyone. Look, it's really great. Awesome.
Hi everyone, it's Brandon again from Xinjiang Senior High School. This is the third and final video on giving better speeches. Again, if you haven't watched the other two videos, or if you haven't made your Flipgrid video yet, I suggest you go back, you watch those videos, you go back and you do that Flipgrid video. These will help you before you get to this final part. So let's review from our previous video. First, we talked about making your voice sound better. Controlling your breath, your pitch, and how you speak helps you sound like a strong speaker. Then, in the previous video, we talked about using good posture, using eye contact, and gestures to sound better. We also said that breathing is important for looking stronger. This time, we're adding all of the extra things to make a speech better. This time, we're talking about using visual aid. A visual aid is anything used by the speaker that anyone can see. This can include a picture, PowerPoint, a prop, or a video, really anything that's not the speaker and not what the speaker is saying. One thing that I know about students is that they love using visual aid. Unfortunately, there are often problems that students have when they use their visual aid. Sometimes they look at it too much. Other times, it's hard to understand what their visual aid is trying to do. So here are some of my tips for great visual aid usage. First, if you're using a PowerPoint, keep it simple but keep it easy to read. It's easy to go crazy on PowerPoint. Crazy writing, large or small words, and background that makes it hard to read can all be distracting. It's also easy to make a presentation have animations, but if you do it too much, it could be hard to pay attention. Instead, keep a PowerPoint simple. Keep the words at a normal size. Make the background easy on the eyes, and use animations that make sense. Also, one thing I see my students do is put their whole speech on their PowerPoint. This is a smart way to give a speech, right? Wrong. If you are giving a speech, use small sentences or a few important words, only a few. If you use your whole speech, you will let your listeners read your speech instead of listening to you. It also distracts you, which means you cannot look at your listeners. Second, videos are a great visual aid. Videos such as a YouTube clip help break up the speech into parts and help the listeners better understand what you are saying. Videos also bring your speech to a whole new life by adding movement, pictures, and sound. However, if you're not careful, you might make your audience forget your whole speech. So a good trick is to make sure your video is 1, related to your speech, and 2, not too long. A good trick when using videos is to tell your listener what they should look for on the video before they actually watch it. That way, they are paying attention to what you said while they are watching the video. Last, a prop is a great visual aid. A prop is any object you bring with you for your speech, and it is used to make your speech seem more memorable. When you're reading something in class and your teacher brings in something that you are reading about, that's a prop. What you saw earlier, this is a prop. One thing to keep in mind while you're using your prop is that it might be distracting. So you should keep it simple and possibly even hide it until you need to show it. When you show a prop, make it easy to see so people can look at it quickly and then go back to listening to you. So that's it on visual aid. You can use pretty much anything as a visual aid, such as a PowerPoint, a video, or a prop. However, with all kinds of visual aids, you should be careful to not use it too much or to be too distracting. Your visual aids should be helpful and not too much. So, speaking of which, remember the speeches that you've been seeing before? Well, that one right there, that looks pretty interesting.
Voila! In view, a humble, vaudeville veteran cast vicariously as both victim and villain by the vicissitudes of fate. This visage, no mere veneer of vanity, is a vestige in the vox populi now vacant, vanished. However, this valorous visitation of a bygone vexation stands vivified and is vowed to vapors in venal and virulent vermin, vanguarding vice and vouchsafing the violent image and voracious violations of other terms. The only verdict is vengeance. A vendetta held as a votive, not in vain, for the value and veracity of such shall one day vindicate the vigilant and virtuous. Verily, this vicious swage of verbiage veers most verbose, so let me simply add that it's my very good honor to meet you, and you may call me.
Okay, wow, that was actually really intense. Yeah. So that was a great example of using props as a visual aid. Not too much, although, I mean, come on, the black cloak, the mask, it was just enough. So now it's your turn to practice again. Go back to Flipgrid, use that same speech you've used for the last 2 times, and do your third speech. Use a prop like a PowerPoint or just something you can carry or whatever. Not too much, just enough. This time, ask someone to help with your camera. Alright, so I hope these videos have been helpful for you. Feel free to ask me any questions in the comments here or on the Flipgrid pages. I've been Teacher Brandon. You've been learning something new. I hope you have a great day and enjoy your summer. Goodbye.